I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. Lego Ninjago. Lego Ninjago. Ninja go, ninja go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. What's going on, Shadow? How you doing, bro? Okay, so apparently when it's scheduled, it sends out the notification before I actually go live. How does that shit work? Right? Yeah. Because the notification got sent out before I was actually live. What kind of shit is that? Yo, that's weird though. But what is going on, everybody? I don't know what the fuck that was. That was just me like trying to get extra hype and shit. But that Mickey liked though. But what's going on, Marco? How you doing? Thank you for dropping in. What's going on, Dan? Thank you for dropping in. What is going on, Jaina? What is going on? Thank you for dropping in as well. Times to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your balls and some other shit that I don't even know. How would it work for females though? Breaking your ovaries? Stop, bitches. You know, breaking your balls is different than breaking your ovaries. Because apparently, I understand that females can also get like blue ovaries or like the blue ball sensation. I don't know. At least I've been told by a certain female at some point in time that, you know, they experienced that shit. But what's going on, Pink Lady? How you doing? Thank you for dropping in. Oh, Gina just got sniped. Oh, I forgot about that command. Shit, I haven't made the command, Gina. Shit, my bad. I got the sound clip. I added it to my library. I just didn't go forward and actually make the command, though. I feel like I got Snowball's hair on my nose and shit. But welcome to the first. Hey, what's going on, Buzz in the house? How you doing, man? Thank you for dropping in, bro. How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? Yo, that's the song right there, though. That's the song right there, though. Man, Gina, you be getting sniped, though. Doible snipe. Not double snipe. Doible snipe, man. Doible. That is called blue waffle, right? No. Blue waffle is something completely different, bro. No. You don't want to look. You don't want to Google blue waffle. You don't want to Google blue waffle. That shit is nasty. I'm talking about just like the feeling, you know, just the feeling of like how we get blue balls. They get a certain sensation that's kind of compared to blue balls. I guess they just feel it in a different area. From what I'm understanding, man. We don't talk about the blue waffle. Exactly. We don't talk about that shit, bro. No, that shit just nasty. That shit just gross, man. I know the feeling about getting sniped, so I sit here and wait. I know, Pink. I know you and your cocktastic ass, gold ass cock over there and shit. I was gonna say, Dan, you can't compete with my cock, cause mine is gold, son. Oh shit. I had to. It was there. It was sitting there. I had to pick it up. I had to do it. I had to drop it on you guys, you know, obviously. But let me see if I got you. I got you, Gina. I got you. Pretty brown eyes, what you doing late tonight? Before we forget, January 18th through the 20th. Oh, is that when PAX is? So we got to put that shit on the calendar. I got to put that shit on my whiteboard up there. 18th through the 20th. PAX is. You going home with food? Noise, Gina. What you got, Gina? Where you at though? Where you be getting food from? You getting some chicken? You getting some? What else could you be getting right now? Because I think you like KFC. There's another place that you had mentioned before. Yuki had mentioned another place. Mongolian food. No. Some other shit, man. I done forgot what it was. Man. But are we ready? Are we ready for this pack shit? Sicilian pizza with extra cheese. Oh shit! Got to get that extra cheese up in there, man. I see you. Dominican food. Is that what you guys had said? Whoa! I had pizza last night as well. We went and got some pizza. Got a deep dish pizza this time. This was my first time trying a deep dish pizza from pretty much anywhere, because I want to say I've had deep dish pizza at CC's Pizza, you know, the buffet, but besides that, this was my first time actually ordering a deep dish pizza to bring home, let's put it that way. And then we went and got a salad from Orlando's. For those of you guys that are familiar with the Orlando's Italian restaurant, ranch is to die for. So, you know, I was coochie, man. It was awesome. Sad thing is that weekend is my week on for work. So what you saying, Pink Lady, is you're not gonna go work or what? I mean, Okay, I was gonna say, man, I thought you was about to drop us with I can't go this time, Pink Lady. Like for real, we've been waiting for this shit for like an entire motherfucking year, and you're gonna be like, oh, I got work, I gotta go to work. Don't be give me that shit. No, bullshit. Sounds munchy, yo, but Buzzbox, that's what's up, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying your shoot for it's not a movie anymore, it's a web series, but that's awesome, bro. Yo, if you get on Netflix, man, it's gonna be like the shit. That's gonna be like legit as fuck. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did my own eyebrow slits. I did them, and I was very happy that I did it right. I was watching videos and tutorials left and right, and I was like, you know what, let's just fucking do it. Let's just fucking try it. So I went and got some fucking tape from the garage. Boop, boop, zzz, boop, boop, zzz, and it worked out, so I'm good. I'm Coochie on that shit, man. If you ever come to NY, try the pizza here. It's delicious. Yo, I plan on going to NY. One of these days, my ass is gonna go to NY and I'm gonna be like, yo, where the fuck is Gina at? I need Gina. She said to come over here and try this fucking delicious ass pizza. Where the fuck is Gina at? You better call that mofo up right now. Get on the fucking phone right now. Call Gina. Give me that delicious ass pizza that Gina said. And they're gonna be like, who the fuck is Gina? You fucking know who Gina is. Don't be giving me this shit. You know who Gina is. You know who Gina is. You know. Okay, looking ass. What is going on, Ethan? Oh God, the curls still be there, but I feel like I'm watching a different channel. The curls are gone. They're gone from the sides, bro. They're gone. You got my big old ears, you know, out in the open now and shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh shit. Yo, can I do that? How does it work? I don't know. Nah, I can't do that. I was gonna embark you. How you doing, bro? What's going on, Joker Jack? How you doing, man? Thank you for dropping by. Yukiko Set Hola, and thank you for tuning into her stream. No problem, no problem. I was there. Thank you so much for that, Joker Jack. I cut it last Friday. I thought it was gonna be scarier than it actually was, and I just went in there, sat down like a boss, and said, "I want this right here. Give me this haircut," and we did it. No lie, guys. I thought I was going to be more scared than I actually was. And I was like, you know what? Let's just fucking do it. Let's just cut the hair. I'm tired of the hair. Let's cut the hair. And so I did it. The hairstylist was more scared than I was to cut my own hair because she thought I was going to regret it. And I was like, no, let's just do it. Let's go for it. And so I did it. So, you know, hair grows back, right? Hair grows back. Look like a movie star now. Thank you. Thank you for that. Greatly fucking appreciate it. He lies. He wants to slice of Gina. Yo, if Gina's down, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. But we all know Junie. Who the fuck is Junie? Who the fuck is Junie? We all know Gina is taken. She be taken. What does Santa look like? Santa looks like, I don't know what Santa looks like. Isn't he that like jolly good fellow guy? You know, in the red suit. Is that not the guy? Is that not Santa? Or are we talking about Satan? Yo, I just realized something. Satan is, you know, synonymous with red, the color red, fire, you know, the fiery pits of hell. And then we got Santa, who is also synonymous with red because he's got the red suit. Yo, coincidence? Coincidence? I think not. Looking at we're fucking drawing conclusions out of nothing. But what's going on, Joseph? How you doing, bro? Thank you for dropping in, man. How's your day going? Yo, you been getting on that Fortnite and shit? You've been getting on that Fortnite? I've been growing mine out for 2 years now. That's what's up, man. I haven't actually, I mean, I've trimmed, you know, my hair, but like a full-blown haircut, I haven't actually got a full-blown haircut since I was in my 10th grade. 10th grade in 10th grade, since I was in 10th grade in high school. Yeah, that shit right there, whatever the fuck I was trying to say. Since I was in 10th grade in high school, I haven't had a full-blown haircut. That's roughly about 10 years ago. So I've only like kind of like that way it wouldn't get too long. I would cut it, you know, like maybe an inch after a few months or so, just to maintain the length. But I hadn't actually cut my hairs in about 10 years, man. But yeah, I've been cleaning, man. Angie's gonna be pissed. Why is she gonna be pissed though? Because you don't clean as good as she does, or what's going on with that, man? Satan and Santa are working together. And that's what it could be, man. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying they could be working together, though. They could be working together, though. Yo, but for real, if Buzzbox, you get up on that Netflix and shit, bro, that's gonna be amazing, man. I'm gonna be super proud of you and shit, man. I'm already proud of you right now that you're in a fucking web series and shit, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's going on, Nipple Buddy? Nipple Buddy! What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? But yeah, welcome guys to the first ever Live More podcast. For those of you guys that are not familiar with what I do here, which most of you guys already are, my vision is to be able to inspire others to liberate themselves from their own self-imposed limitations, for everyone to be able to wake up every day and live, not just simply exist, to allow themselves to dream big and fail big, to bring fulfillment to their own lives, to free yourself, and by doing so, unconsciously giving others around you permission to do the same. And at the end of the day, I want you to be able to say, I lived, that I led a life filled with joy, with fear, despair, excitement, sorrow, but most importantly, passion. Passion for life, passion for the intricacies that it has to offer. For those of you guys that have heard my mission, my vision before, I appreciate that shit. For you guys still being here, this is awesome. The fact that I get this opportunity to share my ideas with you, it's amazing. You guys are fucking amazing. I just want you guys to understand that shit. And if at this moment in time you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I am not amazing, I want you to change that shit. I want you to change the way you speak to yourself, because you are truly amazing. You have gifts, you have talents, you have this special thing within you that you just got to coax out of you. You got to just you just gotta fucking do it. You gotta just do it. You gotta let that specialness come out, man. Netflix. What about Netflix? Because I clean too much, I'll send you DMs of what I've been doing. I told her I don't like lice and fucking you don't live in fucking clutter and shit. Oh, gotcha. Hell yeah. I don't fucking I don't like that. I don't like to have like clutter everywhere and everything all messy and shit. I got you. Trim the ends to keep it healthy and looking. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been doing, Joker. Or Buzz Bix could get you could get a YouTube Premium series. Yo, that'd be awesome if he got on that YouTube Premium series, bro. I swept some 2-year-old dust off the ground. She ain't doing that. She ain't Dale. I ain't even Dale. What the fuck, bro? BRB putting up the stream on the PS4. Gotcha. What are we watching? But yeah, you know, so as the title says, you know, we feel that we always have time for everything. We put off our life because there's always that tomorrow. There's always another time to do that one thing. And, you know, growing up, I have been surrounded by that. You know, oh, we can do this next weekend. Or, you know, there's still time in the day, but we can do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow never fucking comes, right? You're wasting your fucking time. And, like, it really doesn't, like... You know, there's a principle, or I guess a couple of principles. I'm not really too versed or too in depth, like knowledge wise, as how they go, but they're called Satori and Kensho. I think it's Kensho, if I'm not mistaken, and it's path to enlightenment. You know, it's kind of like a sudden epiphany type situation, and it's two different concepts, but they both lead to the same road, right? So I think Kensho is the one where it's through pain. Satori is just through sudden enlightenment. So, you know, you have an accident, you know, something happens like that. It's just fucking terrifying, that changes your life in a blink of an eye. You know, you lose a loved one, you're in an accident, you lose your job, whatever it is, you know. So you're put in a position where you feel pain, where you have to suffer, and through that suffering, you have to come up with a decision of you're going to change your life, and therefore you got to do something different. So therefore, you know, you are put on a path to change your life through suffering, which, you know, brings about enlightenment. And then through the other one is you just happen to be in the shower or whatever, you know, because I feel that we have like our best fucking thinking. It just happens in the shower and shit. And you're just taking a shower, and then all of a sudden, idea, you know, you get that eureka moment. Again, you know, it's enlightenment. You get this like fucking epiphany. And so I feel that a lot of people are just waiting to feel ready to live their lives. They're waiting for somebody else to come along to say, yo, let's go do this. Or, you know, to pick you up and give you the inspiration that you need to do that one thing that you know you should be doing, but yet you're not, because you're waiting to feel ready. You're waiting for the special moment, for the time to be right. I was that kid that, you know, in high school, I was always waiting for it to be the right moment to ask that girl out, or to tell her that I thought she was beautiful, or this, that, or the other. And I was always waiting, and nice guys finish fucking last. Do they not? Do they fucking not, man? But yes, I get the shower idea all the time. There you go, man. So what is my favorite thing to do? My favorite thing to do is this right here, Joker. It's to just talk with you guys, man. It honestly really is, man. I know 17 over there says, by the way, clickbait no longer. Don't be giving me that shit, Joseph. Don't be giving me that shit, bro. Don't be giving me that shit, man. But yeah, you know, it's like a concept that we waste too much fucking time, and you really don't think about death. You know, one day we are all going to die. That finish line is the same for every fucking person on this earth. We are all going to get there. The only thing that is different is the road to there, the life that you live before you get to said point. And we waste too much fucking time. We honestly do. And I don't want to be one of those persons. I don't want you to be one of those persons that gets to, like, 80 years old, 85, 90 years old, and you sit there and you look back at your life and you just have fucking regrets of all the shits that you didn't do because you were scared, because you were paralyzed by fear, because you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You could have done it. You could have got up and spoke. You could have, walked over to that female and asked her out. You could have changed your life in minute increments, but you decided not to. You decided to stay comfortable in whatever it is that you were doing, and you didn't take risks, as many risks as you could have, and now you have regrets. I don't want you guys to be that person. I personally don't want to be that person. I want to say that I lived. I want to say that I lived intentionally, that I took every fucking moment that I had and made the best of it. And I feel that we just don't really grasp that concept that we're going to die, that life is going to end, and we're just going by on this fucking routine every single fucking day, and it's just the same thing over and over, and we're never really living. All we're doing is just existing. We're prolonging our existence. We're making money to prolong our existence. We're providing. Great. Yeah, that's awesome. But we're not really living. We're not really living a joy-filled life. We're just there going through the motions. You've heard this shit before. You're going through the motions in your marriage. You know that there's something wrong with the marriage, but instead of sitting down, working it out, coming up with a better solution to make the marriage work, you just let it go to shit. And then whenever the marriage actually breaks up, which it could be a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, you sit there and you're like, I knew this was coming. Okay, well then if you fucking knew it was coming, why the fuck didn't you do something about it then? Like right now, your life is going to end, but you really don't feel that your life is going to end until something bad happens. Maybe you lose a relative. All of a sudden, the thought of death comes to you, right? All of a sudden, you're faced with death. And then you gotta face your mortality. You're right there like, fuck, I'm gonna die. And then all of a sudden you want to change. But why wait to that moment? Why wait when you can decide right now, I can change my life right now. Stop being comfortable. To make progress, you got to be in a very uncomfortable situation. If you're not uncomfortable, you're really not learning. You're really not progressing. And that's the only way you can learn. You have to be uncomfortable. Whenever you drop into a new situation, you're uncomfortable. Then you got to be in the uncomfortable for a while so that uncomfortable feeling becomes the new comfortable. And then you do it again, and then you do it again. The concept of going to the gym, if you don't feel any uncomfortableness the next day, you didn't do shit. Because you're there to tear up your body to grow, right? That's essentially what's happening to your muscles. You're tearing the fibers in your muscles so they can repair themselves, get the scar tissue, and then you get better. You get fitter, right? If you don't feel uncomfortable the next day, you didn't do shit. So it's a really good feeling whenever you get sore because you feel like you did shit, right? For those of you guys that haven't been to the gym in a while and you go hit it up one day and the next day you're just like, oh, fuck, I can't move. It's a very good feeling for some people because I'm sore. I feel like I did something. You get that, sense of accomplishment. And I really feel that a lot of people they want to stay in this little bubble because they're comfortable. They got this comfortable living. They can pay their bills. They can, provide. But all they're doing is existing, I grew up with the concept of, you got to go to school, you got to finish school. In order to finish school, you got to get good grades and you graduate. And then you go to college, you got to get good grades to, get that degree. Once you get that degree, that opens the doors to the workforce. And then therefore you get that comfortable job to make a comfortable living. So you don't have to struggle, but it all kind of revolves around the same concept, living a comfortable life. Not like a really, joy-filled life, just a comfortable life, just enough to get by, playing it safe, just enough to scrape by, to make it, to kind of make it in type situation. And I don't want that, I want to be out there. I want to have this really ridiculous life, that ridiculous life. But I want to have that shit, man. Easy way to fix a marriage. 3-way. JK. Oh shit, for real? Oh, yo, Joker's all up into that shit. But what's good on Simon? How you doing, bro? I think divorce makes a marriage better. Yo, the number one cause of divorce is marriage. We all know that shit, bro. We all know that shit, man. Besides regret, the biggest line that's always said is, I wish I had more time. Exactly, man. I wish I had more time. And, if you talk to an older person, they will tell you, youth is wasted on the young, and it's kind of weird. It's really fucking weird. You have to get old in order to understand that you can do this shit that you're supposed to do this shit when you were young. But it's like this weird ass fucking cycle that we don't really understand that until we're in that fucking position. Once you're old, you're like, fuck, I wish I could have done that. I should have done that. Why was I so fucking scared? Why was I such a chicken shit to do that thing that I know now I should have done then? You know, if I had more time, if I could only do it over again, I would do this one specific thing. I would do all these fucking things, you know, and then you kind of like go through like a fucking back catalog of shit that you didn't do that you wish you had done, and therefore you try to impart your wisdom on somebody else, on a young person, and you know, you're just the old person. You know, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They're old, you know. I don't really, you know, I don't understand what they're talking about. They're old. I'm young. I got my whole life ahead of me. And then you get to that fucking, you know, position in life and you're like, fuck, I wish I should have listened. And I guess it's like this fucking cycle that nobody ever fucking listens. Why are we so stupid? Why the fuck are we so stupid, man? Like, for real, though. Are you back, Gina? Thank you for dropping back in. My biggest regret is not taking chances that could have made my life better or been fun. Exactly, 17. Exactly, you know. Life is about taking risks. Like, if you have heard this, guys, the biggest risk in life that you can take is not taking one. It's playing it safe. You know, playing it safe is not going to get you that. You know, you're not going to have a fun-filled life, a joy-filled life. You're just going to have a life, a mediocre, mundane, average life. Is there anything wrong with that? No, it's a life, you know. But if you really want that passionate life, take those risks, you know, take that jump, go for them fucking things, you know. And then a lot of people will say they're crippled by all the limitations that they put for themselves, you know, those roadblocks. Oh, well, I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed, I got this, that, or the other, you know, X, Y, and Z reasons here. Here's the thing about that. Those things will be there whether you decide to take the risk or not. The richest person on earth has those bills to pay. Now, you could say, oh, well, they're rich, they have the money to pay the bills. But man, everybody wants to be rich, but nobody wants to put in the work. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that I see. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to have this life, but nobody wants to put in the work. And, you know, I can go back to the saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Now, think about it. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody is willing to do the thing that is necessary to get there. Everybody wants the riches, but nobody is willing to do the things necessary to get there, because you want to play it safe. You want to live in this comfortable bubble. Stop being comfortable. Go out there, enjoy some shit, do some new things, get some new experiences, have some fucking fun, fail a lot. You're going to fail a lot. It's very simple. You know, you're not just going to fucking hit the ground running. You're going to keep on running. No, you're going to fucking stumble. You're going to fall. You're going to get back up. And you're going to keep going. It's very simple. Whenever you were a young kid, if you fail, you didn't have to question whether you were supposed to get up or not. You just got up. It was an instinct. Somewhere down the road, through our school life, through whatever it happens to be, you know, your home life, friends, you know, teachers, they teach you that failure has to define you somehow, and therefore you decide like, oh, I don't even want to take this risk, because if I fall, then that means that I'm a fucking failure. No, it just means you got to have that persistence. You keep on fucking going. You get back up and you keep on going. You fucking fail at this thing. You analyze. You reassess. Do I want this for real? If you do, then you figure out a way to fucking make it, man. And it's just like, oh, we're so fucking like too sensitive nowadays that we can't do this. That, you know, it's too hard. I don't want to do this. I don't want to put in the time and effort into this shit, man. If you're going for something that you're passionate about, you will do whatever it fucking takes to get there. It's very fucking simple. Now, if you're wasting your time trying to be a lawyer because that's what your family wants for you, then yeah, I completely understand that. You're going to be fucking miserable. You are essentially wasting your time, because if you don't want to be a lawyer, but you want to be a musician, your time and effort is going into the wrong direction. You know, you got to reassess. You got to pivot. You know, there's very fucking simple choices that you can make in life. Life is all about decisions. You make the decisions. You're making the choice to be where you're at currently in your life. You're choosing to get up at set time of the day. You're choosing to be in that lifestyle. You're choosing, you know, it's all about choices. You can choose to change your life drastically. Do you want to? Probably not. Your life is, it's kind of like a culmination of all the choices that you have made up until this point. Your mind wants to play it safe. You know, your mind plays that fucking survivor role. What's going to keep you alive? But it's up to you to really, you know, grasp that shit for yourself and be like, you know, I want to really live. I want to enjoy this shit. I want to have fucking fun. I want to have a more than comfortable life. I want to have something that whenever I look back on, whenever I'm 80 years old, I can say I fucking lived. I had fun. I took all the risks that were needed and I wasn't scared. And, you know, it's just a very amazing fucking thing, man. My biggest regret is not to tell the woman I love how I feel. What's stopping you from doing that right now, Buzzbox? Tell me right now, what is stopping you from doing that shit right now, this instant? Who's oldest in chat and what lessons have you learned? I feel, let me see, is it kind of like a toss up between Gina and Pink Lady? Life is more like a trap. You got to do what it takes to survive. See, and that's where I would say that your thinking is skewed, Joker Jack. That's where I would say your thinking is a bit skewed. You know, you got to crawl before you walk. True that, you definitely do. It's a journey. It's a progress. You got to fall in love with the progress. You know, if you get too much that you can't handle, you will fall. But it doesn't mean that that's the end. You get up, you learn, you reassess, you re-strategize, and you keep on going. Well, if you want to be somebody, then you have to do the work in order to become the person you want to be. No one's going to hand you your life. Exactly. Nobody's going to hand that shit on a silver platter. Exactly. Nobody will do that. Nobody's going to come along and be like, yo, I'm going to give you this. You got to become the person you want today. To become the person you want to be tomorrow, you got to start today. It's very simple. You got to do the shit that nobody else is doing today to get the things that nobody else will get tomorrow. Same thing goes with the, hashtag do different, get different. As Einstein put it, the same level of thinking that caused the problem will not help you solve the problem. Again, I'm paraphrasing here and there, but it's the same shit, It got you up to this far. You got to think different. You got to think outside of the box. You got to do something that you haven't done to get something that you haven't got before. If you're there in your current situation, you're saying, well, fuck, I'm not happy. The whole concept applies here about, change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing. You get to the point where you're just fed up. You're like, I'm done with this fucking mediocre fucking life that I got going on. I'm done in this fucking bullshit ass shitty job that I don't like, that it doesn't challenge me intellectually, that it just doesn't spark me, that I don't get out of bed every morning. I just want to spring out of bed because I'm happy to live my life. Instead, you wake up every fucking Monday and you're like, fuck, man, I don't want to go to work. Whenever that reaches that limit that, you're just done. That's when that change happens for you. That's when you got that motivation. You got that fire that you decide that you're going to do different. You're going to seek something else. But why wait for that? Why would you want to wait for that shit? Why don't you decide right now? Look, take a look at my life. Take a look at your life and really tell yourself the truth. We are too sensitive nowadays. Why shouldn't you kick your own ass? Why shouldn't you tell yourself the shit that you could be changing? Why shouldn't you stand in that mirror and tell yourself, you let yourself down? You're the one that's not getting up on time. You are the one that's doing this X, Y, and Z, type situation. Why shouldn't you do that? Why shouldn't you hold yourself accountable for the current life that you have? Stop blaming everybody else. It's your own choices that's keeping you there. If you say you got shitty friends, well, stop fucking hanging out with them. Stop giving them your time, and you're going to find that whenever you stop hanging out those places that you shouldn't be giving your time, that are fucking detrimental to the life that you want to lead, you will find more time to do the things that you really want to do, the things that are going to inspire you to do different, to do better, to lead that life that you really want to learn more, to progress, to actually live. So you got to cut those things out of your life that are just like detrimental to whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's very fucking simple. Now, is it easy? Hell no, it's not. It's definitely not fucking easy, but it is simple. It's a simple thing to walk into your boss's office and say, I quit. Is it easy? No, because again, you got bills to pay. You got to provide. You got to pay your house. You got to pay the car. You got all these things that are in your mind that are telling you, no, don't do that. So it's hard to overcome all that fear. It's hard to do that. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the presence of fear and having the willingness to go on. Don't get that shit mistaken. There will always be that fear. You got to overcome that shit. But then again, at the same time, fear is only in the mind. Fear is only just an obstacle that you get over. The same fucking concept applies. Winners win, losers lose. Whenever you really understand that shit, then there's nothing that can stop you. If you're a winner, if you're going to go into that fucking place, you're just going to fucking dominate, then you're going to dominate. You're not going to go in there and compete. You're just going to go in there and dominate. And then that personality of who you are just overtakes every situation. You start to understand, you know what? I'm going to go above and beyond. You're going to be the person that's not going to be outworked. You're going to be the first one there, the last one to leave. Because why? You want that shit more than they do. You were willing to die for that shit more than they are. Because you want it. And that is your passion. You're going to fight for it no matter what. You get a setback, you get up from that setback. You keep on going because you're not going to stop until you get that. And that is the thing that I feel a lot of people just, oh, well, I tried once, I tried 10 years ago. I failed at it, so therefore I didn't try again. Bullshit. Keep on fucking trying, you don't hear about everybody else's failures. You hear about the success. If you really go back and like really look at a lot of people's stories, you know, famous people that have made it, you will see and you will read all of the fucking failures that they've had in their lifetime. But you don't hear about that shit. You hear about the thing that they made it with. But, you know, they had to have persistence. They had to persevere. They had to keep on going to understand that I got to overcome this fear. Why? Because they want this shit more than they want to breathe. And so therefore they make it happen. Because they're winners. They understand that they're going to make it at all costs. They're going to fucking make it. And so therefore we sit here on a daily basis and we waste our own fucking life. I heard this thing, man. I heard this thing. If I were to give you $86,400 a day, but at the end of the day, the only caveat is whatever you don't spend, you don't get back. But I give you $86,400 every single day. What would you be doing with that? Would you be spending it to your best of your ability? You know, would you be maximizing on that? Would you be trying to spend every single little fucking cent of those $86,400? More than likely you would, right? You're not going to get more than $86,000, but, you know, every day you are going to get $86,000, and then, you know, obviously, you know, you're not going to get it back. You'd probably be maximizing that shit, right? I know I would. You know, if I get $86,000 right there, I'm like, fuck, okay, so can I buy a car? You know, how many consoles can I get? You know, your mind starts racing. You want to maximize that potential of that money that you get today, and then tomorrow you get to do it again, right? Well, here's the kicker. You get 86,400 seconds a day, but yet you're willing to waste most of those. Your work ethic says you love sleep more than you actually love acquiring that thing. You know, some of you are like fucking sleeping 14, 15 hours a day. But yet, your ambitions say, oh, I want this. I want to be rich. I want to have that mansion. But yet you love sleep more than the acquisition of that. Your work ethic, your work ethic has to match your ambition, has to match your goals. Otherwise, they're just dreams. You gotta stop wasting your fucking time, guys. Fill yourself with knowledge, you know, read some books, get some audiobooks, however it is that you decide to learn, whether you're a visual learner, an auditory learner, a hands-on type of, you know, learner, whatever it is, learn some shit, experience some new stuff, push yourself forward every single day. Baby steps count. Even if you do one thing, just one thing, you accomplish one thing every single day. That is one more thing than you did. That is 7 things a week, 52 weeks in a year. 7 by 52. Boom. Baby steps count, guys. Just put one brick down every single day. Work towards that goal actively. Don't just let it like, oh, it's just an idea and you never do shit about it. You got to take life in your own hands. You got to do it, guys. You got to fucking do it, man. And just like, I really hate the fact that people are just like they'd rather settle. They'd rather just live this normal life, this comfortable life, because that's all they know and that's all they're ever going to amount, because they don't believe in more. They don't believe in themselves enough, because somewhere down the road, this thing that we call the real world kind of like knocks you back, whether it's your family, because that's how they were raised and they want to impose their belief system on you, or your teachers or your peers, whoever it is. The environments that you're in knocks your ambitions down. You know, you got that firefighter, fighter pilot in there that's like willing to come out, that wants to thrive, that wants to do these like great, amazing things, that has this passionate thing that they want to accomplish. But somewhere somebody's dousing your fire. They're just adding water to that shit. They want to put out that flame because they want you to be like everybody else and just kind of like lead this mundane life. And like, it's okay to lead this mundane life, but you know better. But you begin to tell yourself that, no, you know, it's okay just to lead this life. It's okay. You know, I got a good, comfortable job. I can pay my bills. You know, I got a nice car, got a nice house, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want that passionate life, you want to become the best version of yourself, you got to stop thinking like that. You got to stop thinking small. You got to start raising that limit, start raising those standards. Here's one thing that I will tell you. What's going on, Devontae? How you doing, bro? Thank you for dropping in, man. If I'm missing people, if I'm missing the chat, it's not my intention, guys. It's just I'm here. I want to spit my views, my perspective on everything. I'm not here to ignore you guys. I'm really not trying to, but you know, again, like whenever I get on a roll, I just want to keep on going. And you know, discussing standards here in our backyard. Here's the thing. Here, hashtag positive mental attitude. Exactly, 17. Exactly, man. Exactly. That'd be cool if a drink was named after you. That'd be pretty cool. I could take a sip of Devontae. Oh shit. Oh shit. I see you. I see you. But you know, here's the thing about standards. When I go outside into our alley to go throw our trash, I see trash everywhere in the alley. Now just think about it. Just let that sink in. You know, I see trash, you know, maybe you and you know, and it's a normal thing, right? It's a normal thing. Maybe, you know, wherever you live, you go out into your alley, you know, you keep your yard clean and everything. But as soon as you go out into the alley, it's dirty. Weeds everywhere, trash everywhere. And that's the standard that we have, you know, accommodated. We have allowed that. We have compromised on that standard. Would we allow our yard to look like that? Most of us wouldn't, right? We don't want fucking trash, you know, rolling around in our fucking backyard and shit. But we have allowed that standard to become the normal. That it's okay for all the trash to be back there. If we had different standards, we'd be living a better life. You know, we wouldn't have all that trash back there. If we were different people, we'd be calling the city, yo, what the fuck is up with all this trash? And then the more people that are complaining, the more people that, you know, it would become a thing that standard has to be elevated and upheld because the people are not willing to live that way. Call it bougie, call it whatever the fuck you want. But whenever you raise your standard and you uphold that standard, it's the same as, you know, being in a relationship that's abusive, being in a relationship where you're with the loser, that's the person that doesn't have any goals, any aspirations and shit. You never pictured yourself being with a person like that, right? You always thought like, you know, I'm a king, you know, I deserve a queen. You know, we're going to treat each other as royalty. But then somewhere down the road, you happen to meet this person and this person is just not that you really wished for, but somehow you settled. And so therefore, there you are. You're in this relationship that is not going anywhere. It's, you know, you're with the loser, you know, vice versa, whether it's female or male, and you're there. You somehow compromised on those standards and you didn't uphold them. Why? Why can't you just leave that person right now and go seek that person? Like, what is it? You know, what changed your mentality? You got to uphold those standards. You got to set those standards high and uphold them, man. You really, really do, man. All right, Buzzbox. I know it sounds weird, but my friend Eric told me the same thing a long time ago. Be somebody, don't be a waste of flesh and blood. Be someone you'd be proud of. Exactly. You know, be someone you like. Here's the thing. You should want to be your own hero. You should aspire to be your own hero. There are people out there in the world that you look up to for a reason, right? What are those traits from those people that you admire? What can you do to become those people, to emulate those people? I'm not saying become exactly like that person, but how can you emulate those current traits that they got? You know, are they a positive thinker? Are they like a go-getter? Or, you know, whatever it is, X, Y, and Z reasons. What do you admire of them? You know, maybe it's one person, maybe it's two people, maybe it's like a handful. What are all their traits that you like, that you love from them? How can you apply those to your own life? One other thing that I love to think about is, you know, in order to become the person you want to be tomorrow, you have to start today, right? So what can you change today, right? So another way of looking at it is the person that you are 5 years from now, you know, that's the person that you want to be. That's the person that you envision yourself as, right? That's the better version of yourself. So how would they do today? How would that new person, how would that better version of yourself tackle today's business? You know, would they be getting up late? Would they be putting off this thing that you're supposed to have done 2 weeks ago? Would they be procrastinating on the things that need to get done? How would they tackle today? You know, really think about that shit. How would the better version of yourself, the person that you envision yourself as, you know, whatever it is, whatever, you know, passion that you got, wherever you want to end up in life, how would they treat today? How would they take their Monday? You know, a lot of people wake up on Monday and they're fucking miserable. Would the better version of yourself wake up on Monday and be like, fuck, it's a miserable Monday, and just go into bitching and complaining mode? Or would they say, you know what? I'm happy that I'm awake today. I'm happy that I get another 24 hours. I'm happy that I get to do the shit that I want to do today. I'm happy that I am passionate. I'm happy that I'm living intentionally. See how it just changes? Just by you fucking making that mental shift of realizing that in order to become that person tomorrow, you got to do it today. So if you make little fucking baby steps each and every single day, a year from now, you'll be a completely different person. 2 years from now, completely different. 3 years from now, 5 years from now, completely different, because you're taking the steps towards that thing as opposed to looking at the overall picture and just being like, oh, that's too hard. I can't do that. Like you're letting the grand gesture be like the only thing that you can do. You can take baby steps. You can lay one brick at a time. It's like this. You can't look at the picture if you're in the frame. You know, you can't look at the big picture if you're in the frame, right? You got to take a step back. You got to look at it. Okay, so how do I assess this? How do I do this? What do I got to do today? What is that one thing? You know, just set a goal every day. Do that, accomplish that. Just one thing. If you can move up to 2, if you can move up to 3, if you can like knock out 10 fucking things in a day, do it. Great. But at least do one thing every single day that's going to get you towards that thing. And it's like, it's different for everybody. It's not the same. Everybody's got different goals. Everybody's got different aspirations, different passions. There's different things that makes everybody come alive. Whatever it is, you know, for some people, it's the acquisition of knowledge, acquisition of skills. For some other people, it's, you know, listening to music. They love music. Maybe they want to compose. Maybe they want to sing. For some people, it's drawing. Maybe they love to paint as well. Whatever it is, you know, whether you're creative or not, there's something that makes you come alive. Follow that. Lead your own fucking road, man. Grab your own fucking life and say, I'm going to fucking make this shit work. I'm going to do this. It's my time. I give myself permission to be great. Somewhere down the road, our little voice tells us, oh, it's okay to lead an average life. Stop talking to yourself that way. Stop making limits for yourself, man. We are limitless. Whenever you start to think about yourself as being limitless, the body has limitations, but the mind does not. It's a very great thing, guys. It's a very fucking great thing, man. Also, the DMs explains it. Have this talk with Angie because I'm about to throw her shit out. Okay, what? I want to see what the fuck is going on. Okay, what the fuck is going on? What's going on, Tampa? How you doing, bro? Thank you for dropping in, man. Hey, what's going on, Jordan? How you doing, bro? What's going on, Poke Boys? But isn't Earth flat, man? I don't know, man. Like, I love the flat Earth theory. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh no, you're fucking stupid if you believe in that shit, man. I love it. I probably miss you over there on Twitch, man. But I love discussing that shit. It's amazing to me. Like, yeah, I love it. I can't necessarily say that I believe in it, but I love, you know, just having a discussion about certain things, man. It's amazing to me. It really, really is, man. It really is. Oh, yes. I learned a lot of life lessons from people that inspired me to be someone I'm proud of. Exactly. I'm doing great, Jordan. Thank you for popping in, man. Greatly appreciate it. I just kind of go on rants and, yeah, I talk. Wait, hold up. What the fuck is going on here, Joseph? Where's his hippo hamper? Oh, there goes the hippo hamper. I was like, why do you say hippo hamper? I didn't see the hippo hamper. And why are you throwing all that shit out? Why are you throwing all that shit out? Don't be giving me the shit. Don't leave me in silence, Joseph. Don't leave me in silence. I want to know what the fuck is going on. Should I be worried here? Yep, I'm sitting here and enjoying this talk. But thank you. What's going on, Tomas Nupia? What's going on, bro? Thank you for dropping in, man. I'm cleaning shit up, basically, and you find all her shit in one spot. Okay. Hopefully, that's what it is, man. I was thinking something completely different. I was like, dude, should I be worried here? Should I be fucking worried here, man? What's going on, BJ the gamer? How you doing, man? You just want to not see it where you can see Snowball? Oh yeah, Snowball's right there. She's just kicking it. She's just cheering. She's just cheering. You got a question? What's going on, BJ gamer? Joe, yeah, see, I think Devontae said the same thing. Like, what's going on over there, man? Like, what's up? That shit. What the fuck's going on here? The fuck? Have I ever had fried Oreos? No, I haven't. I'm waiting for the fair to come. Every year I say that I'm gonna try a fried Oreo, and I don't. I've only tried a lot of other fried shits. Like, I always wanted to try a fried Twinkie. Was it a fried Twinkie? Not a fried Twinkie. Fried Snickers. And I tried that one. It was deliciously good. It was hot as fuck, though, because I burned myself with it. But never had a fried Oreo, bro. I ain't throwing my chick nowhere. She's the shit, but she's lazy as fucking. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Joseph. I was like, bruh, like, do we got to have a different discussion here, man? I was like, dude, man, don't tell me you're about to, like, you know, don't tell me that, bro. Don't tell me that. Baby bottle pop, baby. I haven't tried a fried Twinkie, though. I've tried a fried Snickers. I kind of want to try a fried Twinkie. I know there's a place here that sells them like in like miniature sizes. I forgot what place it is though. I don't know if it's not Dunkin' Donuts. I don't think it's Dunkin' Donuts. I saw a commercial on TV where they said fried Twinkie. And I was like, dude, I gotta try them. I gotta have me a piece of that shit, man. Gotta have me a piece of that shit. But yeah, okay, so she's nah, she got me for life. Ain't no other woman putting up with my shit like she does. All right, man. Okay. I was just making sure, man. I was like, nah, man, don't be doing that shit, bro. Don't be doing that shit, bro. Don't be doing that shit, man. Don't be making me think that, bro. Don't be making me think that, bro. Like my mind was going crazy, man. It was going crazy. You should try it, Jordan. It's really good. The only thing that I would recommend, I'm sweating over here as well. The only thing that I would recommend is if you get it like right away, let it cool down. Because I got it and I didn't let it cool down. And yeah, it was hot. It was gooey. It wasn't the best experience. Once it cooled down, it was good. It was delicious. But while the chocolate is hot, it wasn't the best situation for me, bro. You got to try it as well, Gina. You got it. I want to make a Twinkie. Wait, didn't sound right. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo, Pink Lady. You guys gonna be making Twinkies over there, Pink Lady. You better be ready though. You better be ready. Better get yourself on that pill. But yeah, Gina, you gotta try that, man. Today has been a hot day. It hasn't been that hot over here today, just simply for the fact that it was cloudy earlier. When we went out for our walk, it was like the sun was out, and then like roughly 10-15 minutes into our walk, the clouds just kind of like started to cover the sun, and we had kind of like an overcasty type of day. So we haven't been all that hot. My goal in the next 3 years is to own a house. I'm working to it, almost to a 700 credit score. I got to get Angie's up. See, there you go. He's got to go. He's going to set his mind to do that shit, and Joseph is going to get that house. He's going to get that house because he sees the vision. He understands what he wants to get to, and he's got a clear indication of what he's going to get to. And it's very simple. You know, one of the things that I find a lot of people don't do, which is one thing that I have to work on for myself as well, is you got to have clear goals, clear intentions, clear visions of where you want to go. It's like the concept of what Simon Sinek was talking about. If you put a person up against one wall, there's nothing else in the room. It's just an empty room. And you tell them, walk to that corner. Okay, so they go, or you put them in a corner, I guess. You put them in one corner and you tell them, walk to the corner, walk to the next corner. So then, therefore, they walk to the next corner. Very simple, right? You can put a chair in front of them. They'll go around it and walk to the corner. Do the same thing. Put them back in the corner. Tell them, walk. They'll be like, walk where? Just walk. Walk anywhere. So they're walking. Then you put the same chair in front of them. All of a sudden, they stop. Why? Because they don't have a clear indication of where they're going. So therefore, they're not going to overcome obstacles. But whenever you know what you want, whenever you understand that this is the thing that you got to have above all else, any obstacle that comes your way, you're going to fucking break through it, go around it, jump over it, under, whatever it is. You're going to figure out a way to get through, overcome that fucking obstacle because you know where you're going. You know that end goal. You know that path is going to change no matter what, but you know the destination. And that's a very powerful thing. You got to figure out, you got to sit down, take 15 minutes out of your day, every single day, and figure out your goals. Figure out what it is that you want to accomplish. Who do you want to be? You know, what are the experiences that you want to have in your life? And then figure out the person that you have to become in order to accomplish those things. It's a simple thing, but it's very hard to do. Trust me, I haven't done it quite well. I think about it every single fucking day, guys. Every fucking day, I ask myself the same question. Where do I envision myself being, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What is the ultimate thing that I want? That way I can really anchor my future in my present, and I can just fucking hunker down and go for that shit. At this point, I am not entirely sure. So trust me when I tell you it's not super easy. It might be easier for you than it is for me. I don't know. But for me, it's like a legit fucking hard thing that I don't know that specific goal that I have in mind. I could say, yes, one of my goals is we're going to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube. But that isn't like the overall vision. You guys all understand, you guys that are here, my vision for subscribers is just, for like a statistical measurement, because the people that I have, come across that have said yes to the message that I got going on, that I want to spread with you guys and stuff like that. Marco, you leaving us? Thank you for dropping by, man. Greatly appreciate it. What's going on? Underfell Sands, how you doing, bro? Thank you for dropping in, man. Like my neighbor's 18 months late on my pop's rent, and he sold the house and threw them bitches out. They left a bunch of German cockroaches in the house too. Ew, but thankfully my dad don't stress over it anymore. There you go. But yeah, it's like whenever you have that clear goal, it's very easy. It's easier to overcome everything because you know where you're going. You know that you're going to get there no matter what. You got the persistence to keep on going, the determination that's going to get you there, that's going to propel you every fucking morning. You're going to spring out of bed because you know why you're there. You know why you're getting up. You know what you're going for. And it's a very powerful thing. For me, I have yet to really solidify that. I have kind of somewhat of an idea of what I want to do, what my overall vision, my overall goal is, but I haven't really been able to like formulate it into words where I can say, this is that thing that I want. And then I can just like fucking hunker down and just go for it, you know, every single day. So you know, because again, if you aimlessly just drift, you're not going to get anywhere. You know, success doesn't happen by accident. You know, nobody's going to just hand that shit to you. And then success, you know, you really have to define what success means for you. You know, to some people, being rich doesn't mean they have a shit ton of money. To some people, being rich means they have a very, you know, free life. They have the money to do whatever it is that they want to do. They have the time to do whatever it is they want to do. They have the time to spend with their you know, with their family, with their loved ones. They have the time to do their shit, you know. So you got to really define what success is for you. Is success being the #1 fucking artist in the world, whether you're, you know, a singer or songwriter, whatever the fuck it is, you know? Define success for you. Is success being the richest person on earth? If so, then how the fuck do you get there? You know, your ambition, your goal has to match your work ethic. Otherwise, you're not going to get there. Again, I will fall back into the fucking thing. You know, your work ethic dictates that you love sleeping more than that acquisition of skill, that acquisition of learning, because you'd rather sleep 14 hours. You know, there's only 24 hours in a day, man. And here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. Everybody on this earth has 24 hours each and every single day. The most powerful person in the world has 24 hours. Oprah Winfrey has 24 hours. Warren Buffett has 24 hours. Drake has 24 hours. And whatever niche that you happen to be in, whatever person you happen to look up to, they all have 24 hours in a day to do whatever it is that they want to do, the things that they want to accomplish. You have 24 hours. Why the fuck are you wasting your time living a small life? Break those fucking limitations. Find that thing that drives you and go for that shit, man. Don't let anybody else tell you no. Don't let your friends, your family, your teachers, your counselors, whoever's in your life, your kids, if you happen to have kids, don't let them tell you no. You can do this shit. It's going to be hard. There's going to be struggles. You know, diversity makes men. Diversity makes men. It's a simple concept, you know. You grow through diversity. You see it more often than not. Those kids that grew up with everything being handed to them, they were fed with a silver spoon because their dads, their family, their moms, whoever, they already had made it, and therefore their kids didn't have to work for anything. You see it happen more often than not. They don't have anything that they work for, that they work towards, and they just lead this kind of like, you know, kind of like existence, you know, while they have money and shit, but they're not happy. They don't know what the fuck they're there for. They haven't had to like really grow. They haven't had any fucking hardships. But then you got little Timmy over there growing up in the hood who has nothing but hardships, who has nothing but diversity. And they're making it because they're going to conquer everything that comes in their fucking life. And they're growing from every single fucking experience. They're going to get themselves out of the hood and they're going to do something with their life because they understand what it means to have shit, to not have anything, to not have a roof over their head, to fucking have to scrounge for money, to have to fucking find food. They understand what that shit means. But then we got people on this earth that say, oh, I got a miserable life, but yeah, you got a job, you got food on your, you know, in your belly every single fucking day, but you're leading a very miserable life. But yet you're on YouTube, you know, on Snapchat, on Facebook, on Instagram for what, 5-6 hours a day. Here's the thing. Some people, and I used to be this person, the highlight of their day is going to the restroom so they can check their phone. Ask yourself that question. Are you that person? Are you that person that whenever you're at work, whatever it is that you do, the highlight of your day is you going to the restroom so you can check your phone, so you can check your Facebook, your messages, your Instagram, Twitter, whatever the fuck it is, your social media apps. If that's a highlight of your day, there's something you got to change, man. There's something you got to change. And if you're sitting there just fucking contemplating about life and like, man, I lead a very miserable life, I want to change my life, you have it better. You honestly have it better. You have other options that other people don't. You know, you have it better than that person that I was talking about that was literally walking their bike with the basket strapped to the handlebars with all their earthly belongings. That's all this person has on this earth. probably like 2 or 3 clothes of, you know, changes of clothes, maybe 1 pair of sneakers, shoes, whatever it is, that bike. You know, they don't even have a roof over their head. They're going through the dumpster looking for food. But yet you got the fucking audacity to complain that you have a very, very miserable life. If it's that miserable, change it. Do something about it. You got a better opportunity to change that shit. And yes, we can say that sometimes, you know, homeless people, you know, they dig their own grave. You know, maybe they become junkies. Maybe they get addicted to something else. But one of the things that I found very powerful is whenever you're more prone to addiction, whenever you are not motivated enough, you know, to lead a passionate life. It's easier for you to fall into addiction whenever you don't have something fueling you, something driving you, something that you're working towards, because you're just kind of like, you know, drifting around, and therefore you find, you know, whatever it is, alcohol, you start to abuse alcohol, you start to abuse drugs and shit, and then you lead and you kind of spiral out. It's easier to do that. You can look up on the research. I don't know exactly, you know, the fucking documents and shit, or, you know, the articles and stuff, but it's true. It's proven. It's easier to stay away from addiction whenever you are addicted to success. Yes, guys, be addicted to success. Be a dick. Addicted. What's going on, Leonard? How you doing, bro? Thank you for dropping it, man. What's going on, Mayo? How you doing, bro? Thank you for dropping it, man. I'm not really into Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. My phone is off until my work shift is over. I got you, Gina. I got you. Hell nah, if I see a homeless person, I'll do the same shit I do every month. I'll buy a party pizza and eat with them. There you go. Addicted to boobs and good weed. Boobs. And then he talks about dicks. I know, man. I am me. At the very core, I am still me, you know. My message comes from me, you know, and it's still me. I was watching a speech earlier, and then I was going through the comments, and then there's this person talking about, like, man, I don't need all this cursing. I don't need all these F bombs and saying shit and stuff. You know, I want my motivational speeches to not have any curse words. And then, like, you know, more people are like commenting on said comments, and they're like, you know, life is not censored. Why should they have to censor themselves? It's like, boom, drop some knowledge, bruh. There's plenty of motivational speakers out there that don't curse. So why are you watching this one video that, you know, if you hear an F-bomb, okay, you hear a second F-bomb, okay, this might not be for me. You hear a third F-bomb, okay, you know, I'm going to click off. No, instead, you'd rather sit there and watch the entire video with all the F-bombs and shit and whatever it is, curse words, and bitch and complain about it, as opposed to just making the decision to go seek the person that you just mentioned, because they were talking about how Les Brown and Eric Thomas don't curse. Okay, well, if you know that those two motivational speakers don't curse, what the fuck are you doing on this other video where there's cursing? Instead, you're bitching and complaining, wasting your own fucking time bitching and complaining about the shit that you already know you should be doing, because you just said it in your own fucking comments. These people don't curse. Okay, so quit watching this other person that you know curses. If you watch Gary Vaynerchuk, he isn't fucking afraid to drop a fucking F-bomb. But no, you got these people that are just like kind of ignorant in a way, you know? Like, I hate that shit, bro. Angel, it's your birthday, Angel? What's going on? Well, happy birthday, Angel. Thank you for dropping by. We're not actually playing anything today, but thank you for dropping by. Happy birthday. I'll give her my noodle and we'll top coming. We'll top coming. Cumin? Top cumin. Top cumin. Speaking of Joey, I miss your streams. Me too, Dan. Me too. Yeah, where the fuck you been at, Joseph? Like, I mean, I know you've been here, but where's your streams at? What the fuck happened? You moved the setup and then nothing happened. I thought you were moving the setup so you'd like reinvigorate your passion for streaming and shit, and nothing happened, bro. But how old are you turning, Angel? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, well, mamas, what? You don't need anything. I know they're out there. Mamas. You're turning 14. Nice. That's what's up. Your birthday was last Thursday. I got you, Jordan. How old did you turn, bro? Happy belated birthday and shit, bro. Where the fuck were you at, man? I was streaming. You could have popped in and said, you know, yo, it's my birthday, but you didn't, bro. Unless you did and I missed it, then that's my bad. But still, bro, it's fucked up, Jordan. That's fucked up, bro. Did you live it up though? Did you like party like all the place, everywhere and everything? Did you get fucked up? Did you get shit faced? Did you do some shit? Did you do some shit? My one goal is to finish my album, which the quilt I sent to you is the same quilt on the album cover. And with that quilt, I'm going to get the date 12/21/18 with it, the release date. Oh shit, there you go. I see you, Tampai. You set a definite goal in the future. You set a date. There you go. I like that. I like that right there, Tampai. You set a date that you're going to accomplish this shit. You know, you set it in concrete that by this date, I'm going to finish this. That is an awesome thing to do. What is it? If you've ever heard Jim Carrey's story, I think it was what, 5 years? I want to say it's 5 years. Like the power of positive thinking is kind of like a play of what we're talking about here. I don't party, but I did enjoy my birthday. That's what's up, Jordan. Hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with not partying. I am not the person to party anymore. You know, I went through that. I partied a little bit. You know, I can't say that I had like super rebellious years and shit, but I dabbled in, you know, I'm done with it. I don't even drink anymore. You know, I got rid of all that shit out of my life and shit. So, yeah, search elite, man. Your life. I feel like we kind of timed your ass out last time, or I don't know, but whatever, bro. Nobody really cares about that you're live. You know, I'm alive and breathing as well, bro. Nobody gives two shits about that. Time, man, especially at night, it's hard with Angie that gets up all hella early, mids, hitting bed at 10 and shit, and by the time I get a chance to chill, it's too late to put time into it. Don't be giving me that shit, Joseph. Don't be giving me that shit, bro. Don't be giving me that shit, man. All I hear is excuses, bro. All I hear is excuses. That's all I'm hearing, bro. Why can't you tell girls what age they are? What do you mean, BJ? What do you mean, bro? Is there not a room in the house where you can stream? This is what I'm talking about, bro. Go back to the phone streams, man. Just go back to the phone streams. You got this, bro. You didn't have an excuse when you had a phone. You figured out a way to do it, right? You got a fucking coffee can. You cut that bitch up and boom, right? Right? Nah. Don't be giving me that shit, bro. All I hear is an excuse, man. All I hear is an excuse. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is, man. Yeah, I'm looking at you right now, Joseph. I'm looking at you right now, bro. Yeah. Look at ass. I mean, none of us aren't. True that. None of us aren't breathing, man. Have a definite goal to get an actual demo ready with Smarter Out by 1/1/19. There you go. There you go. See, there you go. You got a definite goal. You got a set date. Yeah, put that shit out there into the universe, and you're going to accomplish that shit, man. And like, yeah, that's like the power of, you know, thinking. If I'm not mistaken, Jim Carrey's story is, you know, again, you know, you envision yourself, you envision where you want to be. He used to drive. I forgot what street it was, but he used to drive by this house, by this block. Like, I want to say every day, every weekend, whatever it is. You can look up his story, and you know you get a better, clear understanding of it. But he used to drive by this house, and he would like kind of like park out in front and be like, you know, I'm gonna get this house one day. I'm gonna live here one day, you know. And that was like his, you know, he was anchoring his future in the present because he knew he had a definite goal. You know, it's just a house, but you know, it's a better house. It's that envisionment of what he can accomplish, you know, once he makes it in that certain, you know, genre, niche, you know, whatever it is that he wanted to do. You know, obviously he became an actor. And then he said that, you know, he wrote a check to himself 5 years in the future, if I'm not mistaken, for $10 million. Forgot exactly the amount, but again, guys, you can look this shit up. And you know, he wrote a check in the future for like an absurd amount of money, and he just put it in his wallet, and he just carried it with him every single day in his wallet. And Snowball's over here like kind of tripping because my parents are outside my window. I don't know if you guys can see like back behind here, like there's kind of like shadowy movements. So Snowball looks at it and she thinks that somebody's out there. So if you hear her barking, that's because it is. But yeah, so he wrote this check to himself in the future with the set amount of money that he was going to cash for himself. And so he says that like on the day, like roughly a few days before the end date, he received a check for double the amount, $20 million. And again, it's just the power of, you know, envisioning what you want in your life. But, you know, it doesn't pay enough to just envision. It doesn't pay enough to just dream about it. You got to actually put actions into action. You know, you got to put that effort, that time into action. You got to make it to come to fruition. You can't just think about it. You got to think about it and then do something about it. You got to execute. You know, ideas are shit unless you execute. And, you know, it's very powerful when you hear these people's stories. You know, they saw better for themselves. And in order to get better, they became a better person. You got to chase that next version of yourself. And Jim Carrey's story is very powerful in that way. For those of you guys that are familiar with Jim Carrey, It's a very powerful thing. There's another person who I forgot his name, but he said that, you know, like once a month we'd set aside, you know, so much money, and, you know, we'd go rent like a room in like a very, very, like, you know, high class hotel, and, you know, go play golf and you know, like in like a very rich neighborhood type of aspect. And they would do this once a month for the very same reason of, you know, putting your vision, you know, like anchoring your future in your present. And so he envisioned where he wanted to be. He wanted to become a part of this society, become, you know, a very rich person type of aspect. You know, the acquisition of money shouldn't be everything, but, you know, we can use money as a tool to reach better things, you know, to give back more and stuff like that. And so for him and his wife, they would go rent a room, you know, at this like high class place, and just like for that weekend, they would live that life that they envisioned for themselves. And then they go back home and they've got a taste of it, right? They got a taste of that shit. And so every month they were getting a taste of what they wanted, you know, that lifestyle that they wanted to live. And every weekend that they happened to spend there on every month, they got a taste. They became more comfortable with that uncomfortable situation became their new comfortable enough to where they believed that they could have that, and therefore they were going to achieve that because they raised the standards of what they believed they could accomplish, of what they believed that they deserved, because that uncomfortable situation that they were trying to acquire became the normal for them, became that comfortable situation. You know, you got to become uncomfortable so much that it becomes your new comfortable. You know, you set that standard, and therefore you don't compromise from that shit. So they were getting a taste every weekend, you know, getting a hit. It's like getting a hit and then get another hit and then another hit. And every weekend on every month that they would go out there, they were just getting a taste of it long enough that they became comfortable enough, and then boom. You know, that drive, that passion, you kind of like takes over, and you figure out ways to acquire that shit. You know, it's like a lot of people say, oh, well, I need $10,000 to, you know, to start up this business, but the bank won't give me money. My friends are all tapped out. They won't give me money. Okay, but you're sitting in this house that you can actually sell some of these flat screen TVs. You can sell all those game consoles. You can sell a lot of stuff, right? But yet you're not willing to sell that shit because you don't want those $10,000 bad enough, because you don't want to start that business bad enough. You want it to be handed over to you. You could sell all that shit. You truly believe in your plan. You truly believe in what you got going on. You truly believe in yourself. You will take that risk. You will sell those TVs. You will sell those game consoles. You will sell that dinner table. You will sell whatever's in that house to get those $10,000 to try to start this business, because you're going to put your heart and soul into it. So it's possible. You just got to figure out different ways. I got my cousin. You guys know that my cousins came over. You guys have seen them on stream from time to time. So one of my cousins, the older one, he's got a PlayStation 4. The younger one, he's 13. So my older cousin is 15. He's about to turn 16. Actually, he just turned 16 yesterday. But then the younger cousin, he's 13. Okay, so the younger cousin has a laptop. It's kind of like a rinky-dink laptop. Again, Fortnite is like the fucking rave right now. So they both love to play Fortnite. My cousin, the older one, he plays it on his PlayStation 4. My cousin, he plays it on his laptop. Got shitty ass fucking graphics again. It doesn't run very well. It's laggy as fuck. So whenever, you know, he came over, he's talking about how he wants a PlayStation 4 now, because whenever he was asked what did he want, he wanted a laptop, but he didn't know that Fortnite was going to become a thing, that he was going to want to play PC games. So he like opted for kind of a shitty laptop. Okay, I completely understand that. So then I asked him, you want a PlayStation 4, right? How come you don't get it? First excuse is, which is a valid one, I can't get a job. I'm not old enough. Okay, so how can you make money? I don't know. Okay, you know, how can you do not get an allowance? I do. But every time they get their allowance, what do? They go spend it on like DLC packs for Fortnite or whatever the fuck it is that you buy on Fortnite. Whatever it is, you know, they buy the fucking cards, the V-Bucks. I think they buy V-Bucks and shit, and they spend it on Fortnite. So he wants a PlayStation 4, but he's not willing to put in the fucking time and effort to get it. So I'm telling him, okay, you know, there's plenty of kids, you know, when school starts, you can go to fucking Sam's Club, buy a big ass fucking pack of, you know, candy, the candy bars and shit, and then go sell them for $1, make some profit that way. Oh, but there's kids that don't want to. Okay, you know, there goes another excuse. You know, they're like, you know, I'll pay you tomorrow. Okay, then you fucking tell them no. Whenever they got that $1 tomorrow, you give them the candy bar. But then there goes another excuse. Okay, well, it's the middle of summer right now. You know, school hasn't started yet. You can go mow some lawns. You know, you can start real cheap. You know, $10 for front and, you know, $20 for front and back. You know, oh no, but you know, there's already a guy who like has all the blocks around our house and he's already cutting their lawns and shit. So there goes another excuse. I'm like, okay, so you can't cross the street and go like, you know, a couple blocks that way and go ask them. Oh, you know, well, I don't want to cross the street because, you know, if I got the lawnmower and shit, okay. So there goes another fucking excuse. And I'm like, really, bro, all you're doing is making excuses. You'd rather get that shit handed to you than actually put some time and effort into getting your fucking PlayStation 4. A PlayStation 4 is not going to cost him like more than $200 if he gets one from a pawn shop. But no, he can't do that. It's too hard for him. And I'm like, really, bro? All I'm hearing is fucking excuses, bro. All I'm getting is fucking excuses. You're gonna be a movie star? Nice. All right, Pink Lady, enjoy work, do some awesome shit, and greatly fucking appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll polish your dick before each scene bus. Oh shit, he's gonna be the fluffer. Joseph is gonna be the fluffer. I see you. He sounded like a 12-year-old little bitch. I'd fuck his mom while his dad watched. Wait, hold up, what happened? Fucking dumb, stubborn, stupid fucking kid. I'd smack him through the screen if I could. Who the hell are you talking about, Joseph? Shit. Me and Joey jumped this kid's streams? Whoa. Like me and Joey told him how doing that is frowned upon and he gave no fucks. Oh, the guy that popped in here with the I'm live bullshit? It's fucking stupid people. It's just ignorant people. They don't know yet. Oh, man. But yeah, all I get is excuses. I can't do this. I can't do that. And then he told me that the whole fucking situation is, you know, that there's a guy, you know, you obviously get these guys with trucks, you know, that they have all the fucking equipment and, you know, they cut these people's lawns and shit. I completely understand that. But then 2 days, on Friday, we drove to their house because I cut my hair. We went to my aunt's house. I see a kid out there cutting their lawn. And I'm like, really? You're telling me that this other person who's got like a, you know, kind of like a lawn mowing business and shit is cutting everybody's lawn here. Therefore, you can't go cut anybody's lawn. But yet I see this kid cutting their own lawn. You could have just went over there. You could have asked, you know, oh, well, you know, they probably charged, you know, this much. Okay, well, you charge a little bit cheaper. You undercut them, but no, you know, it's just an excuse. They want it handed to them, bro. They want it handed to them. I called them a bitch. Weed is good for the soul. Smoke weed, be happy. Hi. What's going on, bro? Thank you for dropping in, man. Greatly fucking appreciate it. But actually, these podcasts here are not going to be that long. You know, kind of went on my rant and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys for dropping by. Greatly fucking appreciate it. You guys are awesome. If I can leave you with one thing today. You know, everybody asks, what is the purpose of life? If you haven't asked that question, I don't know where you've been at. But from a young age, I personally have asked, what is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life, you know? And the way that I view it is a life lived in the pursuit of which one wants most is a life well lived. Is a life lived in purpose, you know? Because you define your own life. You give your own life purpose. Because you go after the things that you want most. And so therefore you make your life meaningful. You give purpose to your own life. And to me, that's like the very definition of, you know, living a very purposeful life. But yeah, I've only asked that about 5 times. Oh, what is the purpose of life, Tempai? I got you. But what's going on, Mob Chan? How you doing? Thank you for dropping in. Greatly appreciate it. Super awesome. Curly as fuck hair? My curly as fuck hair is gone. What's going on, Voporium? Haven't seen you in like such a long ass time. How are you doing, man? You kind of like caught us at the very end. Yo, Yuki. What's going on, Yuki? I'm gonna change the size or the position of these. Maybe move them over here to this side or move them over here to this side. That way they won't block my face and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna probably resize them and shit. But yeah, they'll still be there. But yeah. Looking like a snack. Whoa, I look like a snack though. Whoa. But yeah, I got that haircut. I'm kind of sweaty as fuck right now. Again, I'm always sweaty. I also messed with my webcam yesterday. Apparently there's I didn't know that my color range was set wrong on the webcam, so I changed that shit as well. Mama! No, is that what we're doing or not? I guess not. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for dropping by. Greatly fucking appreciate it. You know, it's just my view on it. You know, stop wasting time. Live intentionally. Get up every single day. Follow your dreams. Follow your passion. Find something. Find that thing that makes you come alive. And just run after that shit. each and every single day. You know, if we talk about Gary Vaynerchuk, he will talk about how from the age of 22 to the age of 30, he gave up his 20s. He put his head down. He just worked. And, you know, Tampai, he talked about how he doesn't want to have a relationship right now because he's just focused on work. And, you know, there's like different schools of thought on that. You know, there really is different schools of thoughts. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying, you know, don't really, you know, make this shit a priority. But at the same time, if love comes around, don't close off to it. You know, leave the opportunity there. Take that opportunity. Again, you know, you might be looking back 5-10 years from now and say, whoa, I could have said no. I could have just disregarded this opportunity completely. You know, if you ascribe to the belief of, you know, that life comes down to 5 defining moments. How many of those moments have already passed you by? How many of those moments are you willing to let go by right now because you're too busy doing this thing? You're too busy going after this thing that may or may not be the thing that really, you know, inspires you and like makes you fucking come alive. So really analyze that shit for yourself. Really take that into consideration. Are you working at the things that's going to, like, you know, really make you happy? Is that thing that's something that you're super passionate about? You know, don't put off life. We're all going to die. The finish line is the same for every single person, guys. You're all going to get there. What's different is what you do from this moment till you get there. Like, I mean, it's kind of like crazy to think about. You could be in a car accident later on today. Would you have regrets? If you think about this shit right now, if today is your last day on this earth, what would you be doing different? Would you continue doing the things that you're doing currently right now? And if not, change that shit. If it's got to be a gradual change, do it. But if today is the last day, if somehow miraculously you knew that at midnight tonight, you knew today is the last moment that you get to take a breath, what would you be doing different? Most of us would be like, I want to live. I want to go here. I want to do that. Okay, live your life like that every single fucking day because that moment is coming. But yet we'd rather waste so much fucking time because we have so much more fucking time, man. You waste time and we only have a finite amount of time. You don't get that shit back. You can always make more money. You can always get everything else, you know. Time you can't get back. It's a finite amount that you get, but yet we'd rather fucking waste it. Stop wasting your time, guys. Go after those things. Live passionately. Live intentionally. At the bottom line, just live. Stop fucking existing. Do something great, man. Give yourself the permission to be great. That is all I want you guys to understand from me. I'm not here to fucking change your mind. I'm not here to fucking have you believe in my belief system. I'm not. I'm here to share my opinions, my experiences, my views on stuff. Whether you choose to apply it to yourself, great. If you don't, I completely understand. I don't want you coming to me and be like, oh, well, I quit my job. I don't know what else to do. Then you're not listening to what I'm saying. You got to find that thing that makes you fucking come alive. That passion, you know. You got to apply it for yourself. You got to take what I'm saying. If you're going to take what I'm saying, if you want to like really dive deep into it, fill yourself with knowledge on these subjects, you know. Look at the world. Question the world. Figure out what it is about the world. What do you want to leave behind whenever you're gone? You know, whenever you walk into a room or whenever you leave a room, let's put it that way. Whenever you leave a room, how do you want to be remembered? Think about it that way. What do you want people to say about you when you're gone? You know, what mark do you want to leave on this earth? How great do you want to be? Stop wasting your time, guys. It's a simple fucking concept. But yet we do it every fucking day. Every fucking day we waste our time. We put off life because there's another day. Oh, we can do that shit tomorrow. We can do that shit tomorrow. I can do it later. Tomorrow never comes. Later never comes. That shit gets buried. Those dreams, those goals, they're just gone. You know, they're in your mind, but they're gone, you know. There's no clear decision to do it. It's just an idea. You dream about it once in a while, like, oh man, it would be so cool if I did this. But then that's as far as it gets. You never actually do anything. You never put any actions into it. You never put any fucking effort, any time into it. Put your time into it, you know. You have a finite amount of time. You know, it's said that your birth date is determined not by you. You don't have any control over that, right? You couldn't control whenever you were born. So whenever they put your birth date on your tombstone, it's gonna say da 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 such and such, you know, year, and then you can't control, you can't dictate when you're gonna die. So they're gonna put da 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 died on such and such, right? Then that dash that's right there in the middle of that tombstone, you control that shit. You get to be the dictator of that. You can be the author of your own story if you want to put it that way. You know, change your narrative. What is that dash going to mean? You know, what are those years going to mean? You know, what did you do in that lifetime? You can choose that shit. Life comes down to choices, guys. Choose to stop wasting time. Choose to live passionately, live intentionally, go after the things that you want most. That's all I can leave you with, guys. Like, I mean, it's a very simple concept, but it's not an easy one to do. It's not an easy one to follow. You got to change your mind. You got to change your mentality. You got to change the way you think about yourself. You got to change the way you talk about yourself and talk to yourself, because you're the person that you go to sleep with. No matter who's in the bed next to you, you are always alone with yourself. And if that voice is saying negative shit to yourself, then you're stopping yourself. You know, you're kicking your own ass. You're kicking your own self in the balls, because you're stopping yourself before you even get the chance to do anything. You haven't even failed if you've never even tried. You know, how do you even get to call yourself a failure if you don't ever get out of the planning phase? If you don't ever get out of the idea phase, you're always, you know, spitballing, your fucking brainstorming like, oh, I got this great ass fucking idea, but yet you never do anything with it. You can't be a failure if you haven't done shit. You know, shoot the gun, even if it is just to hear the fucking sound go off. Do something, try something, take more risks. You know, live life, guys. But I thank you guys for dropping by, man. Greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful ass fucking day, as Voporium said right there, man. Thank you so much for that, bro. What's going on, Chuck Full? So you're saying we are all dashes? Yo, we're all dashes, bro. Nah, but man, that life right there, that dash, you get to dictate what it means. You know, what does your life mean? You know, what are you going to do with your life? You know, do you want to do something great, or do you want to do something average? You know, like, it's very simple, guys. It's very simple. But thank you so much for dropping by, guys. Greatly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be playing some Mario Maker. I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. Greatly fucking appreciate it. Enjoy your day, and super awesome, guys. Thank you for dropping by.